Hello and welcome to part 1 of Operation B&R. So Operation B&R stands for Bebop and Rocksteady. Me and my brother last year at Comic-Con, we got the idea to go as a costume, and it wasn't long before I came up with the idea for Bebop and Rocksteady. Because, well, I've been a Ninja Turtle fan my whole life, and I remember that they were always so cool, like back in the day, frickin' those big Rhino and Warthog. And well, I figure I'd show Michael Bay how it's done, because my costumes were way better. In this part, it's going to be me searching for clay and going on to making molds of mine and my brother's heads, and then getting those molds ready to put clay on them. And it's mostly just going to be me making the masks. Then you'll get to see the rest of the costume, because everybody knows how to make a costume, but this is like a silicone mask, and it's going to be pretty crazy. So yeah, this is the journey of how I came about to make the Bebop and Rocksteady costumes. It was fun, it was expensive, and I think I would do it again if I had the chance. Alright, let's get to it. So, this is the beginning of the journey. Went to a couple art stores to try and find a big hunk of clay to start making my mask for this project, and they told me to go to Toys R Us, and they don't have anything there, so I'm going to go to Michael's, I think. But I did get some sweet ass Bebop and Rocksteady comic books. Yeah, 2 and 3 are out. I already had number 1, so might as well. Bam. So, we're going to go to Michael's and see if they got clay. So I went to Michael's, and they had clay. It was like oven-based clay that you like put in an oven and bake. But they also had another type of clay. It kind of dried out over time or something like that. I wasn't quite sure. So I'm going to consult the internet and get back to you. So here we are at the Kensington Art Supply in Calgary, trying to find stuff for the Bebop and Rocksteady masks, trying to find clay, and we found some, but they don't really have a whole lot, and it's kind of expensive, I think. I did find some really cheap ass freaking clay tools here in a cool bag. Wild, fun, creative, beautiful. It's inspiring. But yeah, these things are like dirt cheap, so I snagged them up. And I know where to get a little bit of clay now if I need to get a little bit. But yeah, on to the next place. So after many months of searching, we finally found some clay. And we're going to use it, and we're going to start today. Damn it. So today we're going to cast his head, his gross head, stuff in it. That's sawdust in your hair. So we're going to make a cast of his head, and then we're going to cover that in clay, and that's what we're going to make the mold out of, so it'll be big enough to fit over his head. Because, in case you haven't noticed, he's got quite a big head. Well, let's get to it! Yeah. Oh!
That's a good one!
Time to kill my brother. So in case you didn't know what I was doing here, we covered this handsome young man in saran wrap, and then lots of masking tape. Gave him tons of room around, and this is what I'm going to base my clay mold off of, so that I know that it fits his head, and I know that he's got enough room to be a person and not suffocate and die. Now we just mark kind of right where we want it around his body. These lines are just to keep it straight. That's for his face. Stay tuned. So can you pull it off your head?
Let's find out.
Right,
Oh, I might need help.
oh, it's taped to your back still.
No. That explains it.
And your shoulders.
Yeah.
Is it tight? Whoa, don't squish it. Easy.
There we go.
There we go.
Work the chin.
Ta-da!
Oh, freedom!
Oh, it's smelly. This is what we got.
Oh. That's not bad.
Yeah. Alright.
Look at that.
So there we go. This is what we ended up with. I'm going to trim out the edges and stuff and make it all nice. After that, I'm going to fill the inside with some wood and paper and whatever else I can find to stuff in there, and hopefully make it nice and solid, because like right now, it's, if I put clay on that right now, it's going to frickin' just collapse. So that's what we're going to do today. Oh, turn that music off. Copyright. Copyright.
Strike.
Copyright.
Strike.
Okay. So now I'm going to stuff this thing with an old magazine, and hopefully it stuffs out a little bit. Okay, so we're getting close here. Screwed this piece on in the bottom, and it kind of keeps everything in there. It's nice and nice. So I'm going to tape over the front here. I know I said I was going to maybe open it up, but I'm going to tape over the front here and stuff more paper in there, and then start building this up with more wood and paper. And then I'm going to put little nubs of wood on the outside for the clay to stick to. So here we go. We got her mostly filled up. It's pretty solid now. Got all sorts of paper and stuff in there. And last thing I'm going to do is cut out a sheet and maybe stuff these little things in there. And cut out a sheet that's the same size as this. And then screw that down. Fill in a little more paper. And that's ready to put some nubs on the outside. Pencil? Pencil. So here we are. We got her all nice and tough now. That's all plywood. Just gonna have to put a little more paper up under there, and then just kind of tape it down and form it. Next, I want to kind of get these like little nubs. So I know I got wood all along these lines. So I'm going to try and put little nubs on there like that or something, just to keep the clay good. And I know that like this is his nose, so I'm going to put like a bigger nub on here. And then the sides are kind of not so built out, so put little smaller nubs. And then maybe just like one or two on the top. And then hopefully that'll hold the clay enough to hold it on there to make this whole thing work. Because damn it, I sure hope it works. So when I put my first block of wood on, of course I drilled a hole, but it frickin' split right in half. So I was looking at it and I figured, you know, a screw sticking out. Like that'll hold clay just as good as a piece of wood would. Haha, wood. So this is what we got. A little snout for Bebop, because that's what this one is. This is my brother Mike's head mold, and it's gonna be Bebop. And I got all the little screws in there. That should hold the clay nice and sturdy, because it's all nice and sturdy, and just tape it down and everything will be freaking awesome. I can't wait to finish this project. It's going to be really cool. Cheers. So here we go, we're all done. For Rocksteady I made this fancy nose piece, because, well, I'm planning on him having a really big schnoz, so that's that. And they're both done now. Both done! Yippee-ki-yay. All filled up with wood. It's nice and solid. And they actually still kind of look like me and Mike. But now I gotta go inside, clean them up, tape them down a little more cleaner, and time to put some clay on. So that wraps up part 1 of Operation B&R. In part 2, we're going to slap all the clay on there and make it look like Bebop and Rocksteady. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching. That stands for Bebop and Rocksteady, because that's what B&R stands for. Fuck.
There is no script for this.
No.
This is totally unscripted.
I think we're twins. Cut.